The My Food Diary feature is a great feature to use so that you can see what you planned versus what you actually had. So what it will do, it will import the meal planner for you that you planned and show you the difference in calories and nutritional breakdown to what you actually had. So to get started, click on the Diaries tab at the top menu and then click on My Food Diary on the right-hand sub-navigation menu. The first thing you need to do is select a start date. So I'm going to choose the 23rd of November. You can then select whether or not you want to do a daily or a weekly report, and then click on Submit. So clicking Submit then extracts all of the information from the meal planner and imports it into your food diary. So you can see here all the recipes are now listed. So let's quickly jump down to the bottom of the report. The first thing you can do is see the planned and actual nutritional breakdown, which at the moment will be exactly the same because we haven't made any changes. But when we've finished adjusting the report, we'll be able to see what we planned versus what we actually had. And at the very bottom, there's a calories report. So it will show you the maximum recommended calories that was recommended to you on your meal planner, what you had actually planned, and then what you had actually consumed. So let's go and edit the food diary. So you've got the ability to exchange, edit, delete, as well as add recipes and add food. So if you didn't end up having the smoked haddock and scramble, you could exchange that for a different recipe. So click on the exchange button, and if instead you had cream cheese and smoked ham tortilla triangles, you would click on add, and that will then replace that meal with the new meal. The other option you have, you can edit quantities. So if for morning tea I was really hungry and I ended up having 2 servings, I could update the quantity to 2, and again it will update the nutritional information on your food diary. Now if you didn't have a meal, so if you got to afternoon tea, you were stuck in a meeting and you skipped the meal completely, you could simply click on delete, and it would delete that meal from your food diary. Now you can add meal and add food the same way as you do in your meal planner. So if you wanted to add additional recipes or additional food items, you could do that as well. So if we then go back down to the bottom, we can see the planned versus the actual. So it will then show you how many carbohydrates you actually consumed versus what you had planned, and the same with protein and the same with fat. And then at the very bottom you can also see, again as I said earlier, your maximum recommended calories, how many you had planned, and then how many you ended up actually consuming. So this is a really great report to show you an overview of how you're going with regards to your meal planning versus what you're actually having. Now you've got 2 options just before you finish. You can clear the food diary, and that means everything will be erased, or you can save your food diary, and that means if you come back to the 23rd of November or whatever day you've planned for, it will always have exactly what you actually had rather than what you've planned. So I'm going to click on Save Food Diary. Now if for some reason you wanted to change, so you'd made a mistake and you wanted to change the food diary, you would need to clear food diary and then re-import it and start again from scratch. So that's how to use the food diary.